Hi, Knott's team. My name's Colonel Marshall. This is Sean Marshall. We're with Parks and Cons, and we have been pass holders for well over 20 years, and I'm Knott's ambassador as well. But we wanted to take the time to thank you for all the hard work that you all did during this 2020-2021 time. It was very challenging, as you know, for a lot of us, and having you as a beacon of hope throughout the year has been very important, and we wanted to be sure that you knew how much your work and all your efforts meant, and that they really did make a difference for those of us out here in society. And whether it was the first time that we were able to pick up a pie and have it put in our trunk, or if it was the employees walking around with signs reminding people to wear their masks, it was always a place that we could feel safe and enjoy ourselves, and we just wanted to kind of express that gratitude to you.
Yeah, the 100th anniversary being celebrated in a pandemic is so crazy, and we're so glad that 2021 will let the park, open up and have the event. But at the same time, it was almost fitting because throughout 2020, I feel like Knott's was synonymous with hope. It was always good things that we would talk about with friends. A lot of our friends, a lot of acquaintances that we've come across who were not Knott's Berry Farm fans prior to the pandemic became fans during the pandemic because of how you as a team, how the leadership, how all the employees came together and brought hope. And so in 2020, as bad as it was that it wasn't able to have that normal Knott's Berry Farm year, I think there was a lot of good that came out of it in that you always gave hope. Everybody here always gave hope. And so we thank you so much for that. As much as we love the attractions, as much as we love the entertainment, as much as we love everything that Knott's has done from the beginning of our time as pass holders and really predating that, 2020, the hope that you gave, I think it was the most important thing we ever took away. So not that we ever want another year like 2020, but we cannot thank everyone enough for coming together and finding a way to constantly give people hope. Even when you couldn't give them rides, when you couldn't necessarily give them a scary farm, when you couldn't give them, maybe a lot of the normalcy that we would come to expect from Knott's Berry Farm, you always gave hope, and that was the most important thing. So thank you all so, so much.
I mean, even if it was just getting press releases from the marketing team of whatever the new pin was, or if it was a new announcement, whatever it was, it gave us something to look forward to. And being able to come to the park for the tasting events, or when it was just the marketplace, or when at the earliest part where all we could do was walk around the exterior of Knott's, and we took a walk around the block, but we could see that work was being done inside the park. All of that helped us get through such a tough time. I mean, when we saw Rizzy Kirk and the Hillbillies for the first time performing live, it was incredible to be able to see performers in Knott's Berry Farm live on a stage. And even prior to that, it was so ingenious when you all just played videos on the main stage and allowed us to see them, even though it was a video of them and it wasn't live. But then when you brought them back live, it was incredible, it was emotional. I mean, from the entertainment team, the marketing team, ops team, every part of what you all did this last year was incredible, and we thank you for that. And so we had some friends who also wanted to share their thoughts on their experience and also wanted to express their thanks. So let's let them have a say.
I would just like to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you did in Knott's Berry Farm for 2020. Even with limitations, you pushed yourselves to the limit to be bigger and better every single event, man. And what you did really inspired me to push myself to the limits of what I am capable of doing. And from the bottom of my heart, what you guys did in 2020 really meant a lot to me and a lot of people in Knott's Berry Farm. I really appreciate everything you did. You guys are a very true inspiration, man. And Walter and Cordelia Knott would be very proud of what you guys accomplished last year. Thank you so much, Knott's Berry Farm, and happy 100th anniversary.
From the Pie Day family to the Knott's Berry Farm family, thanks for some great experiences through this pandemic. It was a really tough time, and we appreciate everything that you did.
Did you like going to Knott's Berry Farm and eating all the food?
Wanna go eat the food again?
You want to go eat the food again?
It was nice to have an option that was socially distant, where we felt safe, we felt like they were taking all the proper precautions, and the food was fantastic.
Really helped our mental health for all of us to get out as a family, and we all felt really safe, huh? Yeah. Who's that? Snoopy! We're looking forward to coming back in 2021 next week and riding rides, huh?
Do we already have our annual passes?
Yeah, we want to go ride rides again.
More Knott's Berry Farm! Yay! We really enjoyed all the different options, from the Taste of Halloween to the Boysenberry Festival.
Say thank you, Knott's Berry Farm.
Hello, Knott's Berry Farm. You survived 2020. Thank you, because you also helped us survive 2020. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys doing what you do, I think I might have lost my mind. Just those taste of events to get us into the farm, to have a little something to eat, to shop, walk around, see friends, it made all the difference to me. So, thank you. And also, let's not forget, you guys kicked ass. You really, really did an amazing job. Did you realize that you guys had become the leader in Southern California theme parks with your Taste of events? If it weren't for you, I think a lot of people would have been suffering. So thank you, Knott's Berry Farm. Couldn't have gotten through 2020 without you.
Our experience prior to 2020 with Knott's Berry Farm was visiting once or twice a year for Knott's Scary Farm or the Boysenberry Festival. But in 2020, Knott's really allowed us to return to all of the things that we love, including food, friends, and fun.
So we returned in 2020 to Knott's Berry Farm, first for the Boysenberry Pie curbside pickup. And that was a lot of fun because we were able to get 2 pies, one for us, and we dropped one off at our parents' house, and they just really loved it. And then we reunited with some friends for outdoor dining for the chicken to-go dinners. And then we returned again for all of the Taste of Knott's and Taste of Boysenberry and various events that you guys had inside the park, which were just amazing to be able to celebrate even Halloween and, you know, the holidays and Christmas time with all the decorations and stuff. So it just really became a special place for us in 2020, unlike any other year before.
And now we're proud to say that we're Knott's season pass holders. Yay! So thank you, Knott's.
Thanks, Knott's.
To the team at Knott's, over the last year, you know, I'm sure I don't need to rehash it all, but it's been a struggling year. And for someone like me who loves going to parks as an escapism from reality and everything that goes on in the world, Knott's is one of those places. And because of what you all have done over the last year, it gave me a sense of hope. And with all of the food events, when everything in California was shut down, you were the thing that I looked forward to every weekend. And it was that sense of hope that you gave me personally that I am extremely grateful for. To walk into those gates onto the farm and to see the happiness of everyone that worked there, everyone was excited to be there. That gave me that exact same excitement. And I will never be able to thank you all enough for everything that you have done. Thank you, Knott's.
Hi, Knott's team and staff. My name is Tom Polson. This is Mackenzie Polson. You know her. We just wanted to let you know how much Knott's has meant to us during the last year. It was a pretty dark time, but Knott's being open and slowly reopening and you guys pivoting really brought a lot of joy to us. We supported you every time we could. We were at every tasting event multiple times. We know sometimes those weren't probably initially very profitable, but you did them anyway to bring joy to us and to your employees, make them feel loved and appreciated, and we really appreciate that. The Halloween one was wonderful, made us miss Haunt a little less, not totally, but a little less, and that was great.
I want to thank you for continuing to do the art shows despite the park not being open completely. It's always fun for the artists and the people that just go to see the show to have that around. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, guys.
Hey Knott's, Randy here from the Funnel Cake blog. Just wanted to take this moment outside. We just finished a delicious chicken to go meal. Our first day back here at Knott's Berry Farm with the rides running. I had to wait for a Ghost Rider for the first time in 13 months to go by before I made a video. Love that sound. Just wanted to take this time to thank you for all the wonderful taste events this past year. And there it goes. Wonderful taste events this past year. You provided a much needed outlet for us with all this craziness going on in the world. And Knott's Berry Farm has always been my favorite place and my home away from home, but no more so than this past year. We came at least probably 3 or 4 dozen times between all the taste festivals. And every single week after work, at least once a week, I came down for chicken and ate out here on Grand Avenue and had chicken to go meal. We'd switch off between that and then also eating in the restaurant when it was available. Just want to say thank you so much. Every time we came, the park was immaculately clean. All the staff made sure everybody was socially distant. Everything was wiped down and sanitized. We always felt safe every single visit. There wasn't one visit where we came where we left and said, oh, maybe we should have stayed home today. So thank you again so much for the foresight to put these events together, all the staff, team members, and management that pulled it together and gave us something to do when we really needed it the most. So we're very excited to have the park back. Obviously today we rode a bunch of rides, got to see Berry Tales for the first time. But those taste events, especially Taste of Halloween and Berry Farm, will always live in our memories. We've got photos, videos, but it will always be a remembrance of what we were able to do when we couldn't do much else. So thank you again, and we're ready to be back soon to ride some more rides, waiting for summer nights here in a week or two, and then Soak City. Although all those taste events, I don't know about Soak City. May need to keep a tank top on those rides, but thank you again. See you soon.
Hello, my name's Rochelle. I just wanted to give a quick little thank you to everybody at Knott's for doing all the tastings and letting us come last year and making a little bit of normalcy for the crappy 2020 that we had last year. I took my family, my aunt, my mom, some cousins, and we had a great time. And we did go a few times to all the tastings, and every time we walked through the grounds and just smelled the smell of Knott's and the funnel cake, and even though the rides weren't running, we still got to walk around, and it was just really awesome and really helped my soul, my heart, my family's hearts and souls. And I just wanted to say thank you very much. When I walked in a couple times, I did want to cry because it was really, I don't even know what the word is. It just was very soothing to walk around and have some kind of normalcy. And last year was very tough for everybody. So I'm one of those ones, and I just wanted to say thank you. And we really appreciated it. And my family wanted me to also give you kudos. My aunt wanted to try and do a video, but she's a little nervous. And so I told her I'd do a shout out for everybody. So, mwah. Thank you. We'll see you at Knott's Scary Farm.
Greetings. Despite the world pretty much falling apart back in 2020, I think Knott's Berry Farm provided something pretty darn special. Now, we know about the wonderful awards that Knott's has received, like the Theas, and super well-deserved and awesome. But I wanted to kind of share a little thought that might be a little bit different from an industry award. I know that each of you have a job to do in maintaining the park, its brand, its reputation, and making it strong for future generations. But that there's something that you may not receive every day, or might even maybe take for granted. Maybe something that gets a little lost in that kind of a day-to-day shuffle of the work grind. You certainly have some sort of supervisor who's overseeing the job that you do, and hopefully they have given you a little bit of thanks for the wonderful work that you've done. And maybe sometimes when you're out on stage, you might have received a thank you from a guest passing by. And even though we hear those thank yous, sometimes it's maybe kind of a little easy in that daily grind to miss listening to those thank yous. I realize fully that you're just doing your job to keep the gates open for these different tasting events during the pandemic. And I don't want to get overly poetic or dramatic here, but what you consistently gave us was hope and a brief escape from the harsh realities that we were all facing. I suspect your jobs might have given some of you much of the same. You know, theme parks are all about escapism, and sometimes our jobs can do that too. But what you gave us was not only hope along with that escape, but I think you perhaps gave us something a little bit more. I want to share a quote with you. It says, "A real friend is one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out." The world took a step from humanity for a little bit there, but whenever anything was kind of going away, you pushed ahead. And each one of you as a whole extended your hand in friendship and gave us a little bit of that hope and escapism. I want you to know that Knott's Berry Farm was there like an old friend for a heck of a lot of people. And I, for one, will forever be grateful for that. You got our minds off things and stepped in when the world couldn't. I'm hoping you'll take this brief moment and not just hear us, but listen to us when we give our most sincere and deepest thank you.
All right, we hope that gave you just a little bit of a taste for all the love that there is, for all the work that was done. We know that this meant so much to so many people, and we wanted to just capture a little bit of that flavor. So once again, thank you so much.
We would like to say thank you.
Thank you for the food and the tasting events.
Thank you for the entertainment. Thank you for the fun!
And thank you for Bigfoot. Thank you for all the memories. Happy 100th anniversary, Knott's Berry Farm. We love you.
Thank you, Knott's Berry Farm. Oh.
Thank you, Knott's.
Thank you, Knotts. Love you.
We love you, Knotts.
Thank you.
Thank you, Knott's Berry Farm family.